Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Bunting, founder of Dr. Sam Skincare, and I'm going to be answering your most asked questions. With 2 decades in clinic, the same questions keep coming up, so let's get into it. Yes, you can. And in fact, I like to say to my acne patients, and there are many of them, that actually acne in adulthood is kind of a blessing because the right actives will get you on the best routine for aging. So any good routine for acne and for anti-aging starts with a retinoid. This is the gold standard of tackling anti-aging, but I think it often gets missed that this is actually first-line therapy for clearing your pores and keeping breakouts under control long-term. So it's really a double win. So that's nighttime, and then in the morning, you want an anti-inflammatory fire extinguisher to tackle red blemishes in the here and now, and also help with those dark marks. This one contains azelaic acid and salicylic acid for a powerful anti-inflammatory effect. And then as a final note, almost 70% of us have sensitive skin in adulthood, so we should take care of our skin barrier so we can tolerate those actives. Whilst actives are great, I think the reality is too many of us are using too many, either inconsistently or over layering and just stacking things up so that your skin barrier is crying out for help. What I think you should do is choose 2 or maybe 3 actives, give them your undivided attention, and focus on consistency because that is truly the secret to bright, clear skin. I base my clinical protocols on a simple 4-step structure: cleanse, activate, hydrate, protect. That way, 2 actives and then a 3-step foundation to ensure that everything works together to deliver the results you want. The truth is, you need fewer products than you think. Now, a universal request when people come to the clinic is, I want bright, clear skin, and I want the option of going without makeup. And I would say that my most reliable formula is to start with azelaic acid because it turns the dial down on skin sensitivity, it tackles redness, breakouts, and improves your texture, and then bring in a retinoid that will transform your skin and give you that all-important glow. Now, I'm sure it goes without saying that daily sunscreen is a non-negotiable, and that's because at least 80% of why we age is due to UV, and it's preventable. There's definitely a trend for using the strongest actives available, but unfortunately going too strong too fast is the single easiest way to wreck your skin barrier. I believe in the Goldilocks principle, the one that's just right. Now, in order to find the one that's just right, look for brands that are transparently labeled with the strengths of the actives within them. Start lower than you think, and remember, going low, slow, and consistently is the secret to climbing your way to your skin goals. If your skin is stinging, especially if this has been a product you've been using for a while, it is a red flag that your skin might also look dry and flaky, and it might even look red. It is time to simplify. You want to use a gentle, non-foaming, non-fragrance cleanser, a single cleanse at that, because if you get cleansing wrong, it's hard to get skincare right. Then repair your skin barrier because that will reduce inflammation, calm your skin down and make it more resilient. I also want you to energize it. When your skin barrier is leaky, you lose energy. Basically, you want to set yourself up for success when you do start actives. So repair, calm, and then go ahead with actives. Next, you want to repair your barrier. Look for ingredients like actoin, centella, ceramides. It will help soothe your skin and make it more of its resilient self. You can even go one step further and energize your skin, like we did with Flawless Moisturizer Intense. This means your skin is then ready for you to start actives again because it's then fully charged. Unfortunately, breaking out as an adult is super common. As many as 40% of women break out at some point in their adult life, and as many as 70 to 80% of us break out before our period. So it's almost normal. So I think the first thing is to make sure that none of your beauty practices are actually making matters worse. So I would tend to skip complicated cleansing with oils and balms and long wear makeup, which can really clog pores and requires you to cleanse aggressively to get products off your skin. Hyperpigmentation is one of the most common and annoying conditions I see in the clinic, whether it's from melasma due to hormones, sunspots, or post-blemish marks. First and foremost, we must do no harm, so daily sunscreen, broad spectrum, and ideally tinted to protect against both UV and visible light is recommended. Next, I would use a retinoid at night. That really sets the stage for a good hyperpigmentation skin protocol. And in the morning, I really like the combination of niacinamide, vitamin C, and azelaic acid, a really powerful three-pronged attack on pigmentation to deliver bright, clear skin. The reality is you need to give your skin at least 6 weeks before changing a routine, because that's how long one skin cycle takes. That's how long it takes to influence the building of proteins and make your skin look different. In clinic, I see patients typically every 3 months, so patience and consistency are the key to results. Teenage skincare can be super simple. If the hormones are kicking in and you're starting to see a little bit of oil in the T-zone, it's time to start cleansing and using a light moisturizer that won't clog the pores. The next thing you might see are some little blackheads, again in the T-zone, and there might be the odd blemish. Then you want to use something very gentle, a little bit of salicylic acid or azelaic acid would be ideal, that won't be unkind to the skin barrier, that's easy to use and well tolerated. But above all else, keep it simple, keep it sane. You don't need complicated multi-step routines. One of the most common mistakes I see in the clinic are people starting a retinoid the wrong way. The right way is to think about your skin from the outside in. So firstly, is your barrier healthy? If it's not, stop everything, simplify your cleanser, use a barrier repair moisturizer to make sure your barrier is intact, there's no inflammation, and your skin is resilient and ready. Now, the next step is the bit that most people miss out. We don't think about skin energy, but I want you to think of your retinoid as a set of complex instructions. We're switching on over 3,000 genes when we use a retinoid. It's a pretty powerful thing to do to your skin. Now, it's like pressing the accelerator in your car when there's no petrol in the engine. If your skin isn't fully charged, you're just going to wind up with irritation and with no glow. So instead, you want to think about energizing your skin. That means boosting niacinamide, which is fuel for the engine, and using something like sunflower shoot extract, which improves your NAD+ recycling, which delivers that all-important energy to your skin. By now, your skin should be looking juicy, healthy, and ready for action, so it's time to press go on your retinoid. So I hope that's answered all your questions. If I've missed any, please leave it in the comments below and I'll try and get to it. And please do like, save, and share this video if you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.